Many people do experience maths anxiety, and demonstrating mathematical resilience is a big part of overcoming that anxiety. And some research has already shown that teachers have come through that journey either at some point in the past as a student, or even they're kind of recently going through that themselves, maybe as a trainee teacher, for example. And what we find is that teachers feel more empathetic. They feel as though they're able to pick up on any anxieties in their students if they've gone through that journey themselves. At a societal level, there is still that sort of stereotype, if you like, of a mathematician being a bit nerdy, a bit geeky, not something that's particularly desirable to to be really good at maths. And it's a real shame that we still have that. We need to address that in different ways, and I think this really comes down to the way maths is approached at the school level. We know that if you're highly maths anxious, you're likely to avoid the thing that you're anxious about, and in the case of maths, that's often preparing for exams, attendance in lessons, reading through materials and general engagement with the subject. The evidence is beginning to show that maths anxiety certainly exists in qualified teachers. I should say there's fairly consistent evidence to suggest experience helps. So there's a relationship there in terms of length of teaching experience and the level of maths anxiety that teachers report. 1 in 10 teachers experience high or very high maths anxiety, which to some might sound like a relatively small number, but if you think about the number of teachers that we have, whether that's in the UK or whether that's globally, that's a lot of teachers who experience maths anxiety, and also a lot of students who are potentially impacted by that as well.